It could mean the
Well,
activity.
yeah.
It's both.
Sometimes you
Either
need to
way,
A
go
you're
little,
into
gonna
a
a
need
little bit
to
of
go
closet.
right
there.
hand, a little bit of left hand. I'm right
Yeah.
there with you, Will.
You go into the mule's rest and you get an old fashioned, and everyone's a little bit better off for the night.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
anyway, you guys did some shit, and you guys met a guy who sounds like an insane person.
Oh.
He inhaled a bunch of eggs. Um,
He's still
Yeah.
hanging out with us, to my knowledge.
yeah, yeah. So you guys split up into I think a couple different places. Tiven went back to the College of Ingenuity, sort of getting a new, slightly worse room. Um, I think,
I
man,
think
I
it
don't remember.
was it both
Was
me
that
and Magnus?
Magnus is still at the other college on the other
Oh,
side of town.
that's right. I keep
Yeah,
forgetting that
yeah.
there's. They both start with an I, right? Like College of Ingenuity
It's
and College of
the College of Magisters, I believe, is what it
Magisters.
is.
Okay.
Yeah, so the College of
Yes.
Magisters and the College of Ingenuity. College of
Right. Okay.
Magisters, I don't know if I ever said this out loud. I always pictured the College of Magisters being on the west side of town and the College of Ingenuity being on
Being on
the
the
east
east
side
side.
of town.
Yeah.
But
It's
I don't know if that is a description I ever gave.
no. I think I do recall you kind of splitting because there's like a central area and then there was like an east and
Yeah.
a west.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think.
I
Yeah.
I
mean,
think.
it has always been in the ether that, yes, they were separated by a
Space.
distance
Yeah.
because they're not exactly friendly towards each other. They're not entirely antagonistic, but they're competitive.
Yeah.
That's the word.
It's rival like Navy versus
Rivalry.
Army.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Fuck
Yeah.
the
I'll agree
Navy.
with that. Agreed. But also.
Sound like you're scared of water. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But in all fairness, you never want to bang a brine hag.
The ocean is the scariest thing on the planet. Man,
I am laughing
so
for an
you guys-
entirely different reason because
I'm just saying, if you want your dick to smell like bad mayonnaise and terrible fish, sound like you fucked a rotten tuna sandwich. I mean, sorry, not profanity.
Not profanity.
Not profanity.
I think even if you didn't curse, that phrase would still have been profane in some capacity.
so many ways.
I do feel haunted by that phrase.
My, oh my!
That's fair.
So, everyone wakes up. It's the next day.
Finally.
It's the next day. The night was a month long, and your new strange friend Chell is in a nice inn that he didn't get shafted on, but it's still just sort of in the middle of town. Katha is at the Mule's Rest. Tiven is in the College of Ingenuity, and Komarov and his husband are in a, unnamed inn. I don't think I ever gave it a name.
No, you never did.
Yep, I never did.
And I think
but
that's
like
the one we're actually meeting at.
Yeah, like a normal one.
We are meeting in the square in the morning.
Yeah, the
you're
square.
meeting in the
Okay.
square. So Chell is the closest to the square. Basically, just has to walk outside. He's in like the equivalent of like a merchant's quarter inn. Like they'll have like, it's the kind of place you get like mints on your pillow and stuff, and everyone else is in like a more working class area.
So I'm in a Holiday Inn Express, and they're in Motel 6. I see.
Yeah, that's kind of what it
Effectively.
is.
I don't know why when you said mince, I was thinking of mince meat, and I'm like, there's just ground meat on your pillow every morning? What kind of place is this?
Yes, that's what it is. Mince, M-I-N-C-E. They put mince on your pillow.
Welcome,
Keith is in the wrong inn.
I'm glad we're all on the same page, Brian.
Is that the
Anyway,
var
so
ends? Is that what made my pillow soft every day?
you can eat the pillow. The pillow is a
That
carcass.
yeah, is that a euphemism for something?
Mhm.
I'm not gonna eat the pillow.
No, but you'll nibble it a
There's
little bit.
nothing wrong with eating a little pillow. All right.
Okay.
Like, I imagine Monralton pillows are filled with dried beans.
Yeah, the beans.
Oh God, not the
It's
bean.
toast.
Get away!
Toast.
No, no more beans. We are over beans.
It's the city of beans. I
No,
don't know what's
I
wrong with
will sick the monkeys on you.
it.
Do
Yes,
not go there. Don't.
what's wrong with beans?
No.
Oh my gosh. We establish it as their, like, culinary food, and now you're like, no, I hate beans now. I want mince pillows. God.
Um, so the things you guys have to do still in Monralton. Um, one of the council member Danger
Dangle danger.
Dangle
Mhm.
Danger did ask Katha sort of to dispel some misinformation having that he has identified coming from Falk, based
Yeah.
on your reporting, because he was not there. So he has your guys' word to go on there, and on the basis that you guys were there, um, and are sort of adventuring types. He is confident that you can at least get creative enough to move the needle. Uh, Komarov also has the next day, so he was given 2 days before the doctor would be prepared to replace his arms with new ones, is the deal he made in exchange for sort of doing work, very on the side work, gathering exotic specimens for Dr. Philorn. Um, and then you all still have the business of finding Ian Tull's lost friend, whom you are, at least Ian had been under suspicion that Dr. Philorn was somehow responsible for him going missing. And you haven't seen Ian in about 20 hours. I think it's a full day now as you guys wake up. So
Hmm.
it's been about 18 hours since you've seen him, and in that time frame, you've also met another heavily armored, um, very strange fellow who has attached themselves to your party on the basis that you are the people around here that kill Smirtsuck.
Mhm.
Which is,
Can't
for the
stand the
most
smirk
part,
sack.
true.
Mhm.
So you guys wake up and reconvene in the square. With
Okay.
just a few things left here in Minralthen. How do you proceed?
Okay, I think there were a few things I wanted to do before I met up with everyone on
Okay.
Katha. The first being taking this 50 gold that Tiven gave her to Brother Nathan and saying, "Here, put this aside for the my temple."
Yeah, he puts it in the lockbox that has like the deed and your signatures and stuff. Also, where he would have stored the letters you gave him, though those are probably being sent out. Basically you meet him up as he's like sending those out to the post now. You
Yeah.
hand them to him and he goes and puts them in the same lockbox. Um,
And the last
and,
thing is ask him if he knows someone to trust as an armorer, because I want to pick up a shield.
an armorer. Um, So Brother Nathan looks out. So and he's like very homey. He's wearing like a flannel shirt and like jeans and like suspenders. Um, in his like sun hat. He looks very much the part of the farmer, even though he stays very much in the church. Um, and he thinks about it. And he says, "Yeah, I know a lot of smiths that can sort of get a lot of work done. But are you looking for something special? Because I don't delve into the world of weaponry and that kind of protection as much."
She just wants a steel shield.
There is this crazy old lady on the main street. She's always got some weird stuff. He describes to you where you got your first bastard sword.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think, and I'm like, okay, yes, actually, I do remember her. Thank him for his time, and I will go there.
Yeah, so you head out
And
to the.
unless you want me to go through some kind of weird roleplay, I'll just get a normal steel shield for 2 gold.
I think we've done the weird roleplay enough.
Yeah, not only regular roleplay from now on.
I was actually thinking.
I roll to do my taxes.
Oh my god.
If only I could hack that. That's exactly how hacking works.
Yeah. So yeah, you go in and go and roll me d20. There doesn't need to be a whole scene, but go and roll me a d20. Just a flat check. Right? So you're looking for a normal steel shield, and she has an unenchanted steel shield, but it is carved and molded to look like a Medusa's face with the mouth open and the tongue out. And she says, "This is all I got." So your shield looks crazy. It's not as normal, but it is unenchanted and it is steel.
Okay, what is the price?
It is 1 gold more than the regular steel shield because of how intricate the carving is.
Okay, so 3 gold. Got it.
Yeah, so it's 3 gold. And she's like, "Oh, it's gonna be real pricey. It's a nice shield." And that's like, you've got that money.
Yeah, I have
So,
that.
what's the lore behind a Medusa style character in our world now?
Mhm.
Like, is it something
she-
Keitha would be familiar with?
I think it would
go.
be something dwarves would be familiar with. I'm guessing
Well,
that
that's what
they're
I'm.
probably more in the
The labyrinth and
the
stuff.
labyrinth and the
Yeah,
lands beneath.
that's cool. I'll come up with something fun.
But
And
that's
stone and
just
yeah,
my
I like
thoughts.
that.
This is
No,
Justin.
I like that.
What are you saying, Justin?
I mean, I was gonna have you make a society check.
Sure, I can do that.
Nice.
Not gonna say it's good. Oh yeah,
But this creature looks pretty fearsome.
yeah, it does.
Yeah,
No idea
I
what
mean,
it is.
whatever. Yeah, you're like, it's got snakes, it's got a face, it's protective, it feels good, the weight is good, well made.
It's a
Yeah, so
dwarven criminal who was forced to shave her beard and turned to evil and haunts the doors from time
no,
immemorial.
I'm gonna let the dwarf weigh in on this,
I,
and not
I've
the
got
orc.
I've got something for it. So is anyone else doing anything without the party?
I'd like to say, Casey, way to be an ally.
Mhm.
Right.
Let's see. Uh, well, Komarov has some unfinished business with Chell, and he's thought about. He's come up with a plan. So, he's going to find Chell, and he says, "Chell, the others will not let us fight. Therefore, I need you to punch me."
Chell is confused, as this is not a human interaction or polite societal interaction that he has been coached to interact with.
Mhm.
So he gives like like the look of his eyes kind of read 404 information not found. You know,
Mhm.
like kind of like days, and he's like, that does not seem appropriate. We should respect the wishes of the group.
Well, they are wrong. We need to have this conversation, so you need to hit me. I cannot understand you unless you hit me.
You know what? Roll. Is this diplomacy or is this intimidation? You could roll.
I'll roll something.
Try. If Chell doesn't know how to react, Chell, what's your will DC
Hmm.
16? Komarov tells you to punch him, and he looks like he's ready to scrap. And I think that activates a protocol where you feel like you go into like self-defense mode. Like,
Okay, I will hit him with my hammer then, as hard as I possibly can. Clicking the buttons. All right. Details. No, that's not there. Inventory. There we go. Okay, this is not very much like D&D Beyond. Where is the
Oh, it
button
should
for
be on
smack him?
character.
Character. Okay.
Go down.
There we
It'll
go.
be on the left. Melee strikes. It should be there.
Booge.
yeah,
Unarmed strike. There you go. Roll the thing. Don't know what it is. Let me hit the buttons. Oh,
That's a good
20.
hit.
yeah, that. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that.
Yeah.
Wait, does that hit? I
Yeah,
forget
I
what
that
think
numbers
that
we're
hits
working with.
almost everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have 18 against him because
18,
I
yeah.
hunt prey to
Everybody but me.
Yeah.
and uh, he takes your hit and just kind of like, where do you imagine hitting Komarov? Just so I know.
Keep in
'Cause he's-
mind that Komarov is like 4 feet tall.
Yeah,
I
3.5,
I
4.
don't know. In the nose.
Okay,
Nice.
so he just kind of takes it and just looks at you for a moment. Hmm. It appears you're not very good at this. Hit me with your hammer.
Leoxandra is like, don't do that.
It's okay.
No. He's looking at Chell. He says, if you do that, hitting someone with a closed fist is pseudo acceptable in these situations to solve problems. If you hit him with your hammer, the guards will take one of you to jail.
Oh,
I
the
I
guards
also
care about this? Hmm.
yeah, very
I've
much so.
forgotten about them. They've
Very
been
much
so busy lately.
they're super on edge. I promise you, the energy in this square is a little harsh, and if we would increase the energy there, it's gonna be bad. Hun, please.
Yeah.
Look, you got a bloody nose. It's fine. He's like a he's like a weird thing. He only knows one thing, and it's how to kill bugs. I think you're just gonna have
I'm
to
just
fix
gonna
it.
assume that I'm gonna fall back on my training on how the humanoids behave, and just assume that this is now a sex thing, and
Yeah.
I'm not very interested anymore. It's usually a sex thing with humanoids.
This is true. I agree. It comes up quite a lot, even if they do not admit it.
Yeah, if ever and never mind. I'm not gonna get that sidetracked. Yeah, so Leoxandra is talking to Komarov, being like, "Look, he hit you in the face. You don't need to make this like a big old scene. There's already people staring. The guards are already like around. We're in the middle of the square, like where the most guards are. You know, the puppet guy, however, looks real excited.
Mhm.
The
Is
puppet
there
guy is setting
any?
up like the first show, and he looks like weird excited.
Mhm.
Yep. See, sex thing.
Yeah. Is there any protesting still going on, or
Not at the
advocating for the?
moment. Yeah, not this early. So people are
Oh,
still sort of like I imagine you guys getting up at like what I get up like really early. What's a normal time for people that do things? I get up at like 6 a.m.
yeah,
That would
that's probably right.
probably be appropriate. When the sun comes
Yeah.
up, we probably are getting up.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
you're seeing a lot of like farmers and like, you know, working class people getting ready for stuff. People are setting up their shops. Some shops are already open, but there isn't any like protesting or like public displays as of yet. It's kind of just the wrong time of day for it.
That's good.
Mhm. All right. Well, I do want to see what you do, but
Yeah, we can
I
set that
don't
aside next time.
want. I suppose we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way they did it with the others and just watch how they fight.
Yep.
All right, but at least I know from the way you punched me that you are trustworthy.
I am happy that I could establish trust with you, fellow citizen.
Good.
Perfect.
All right.
Uh,
Um, let's see. What is today? I can't remember days because it's been a while. Was today is New Hands or tomorrow?
I'm under the impression that it's one more day. I think we
One more
just
day?
played in that one day a
Okay.
long time
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
we were
Oh
because
like
we
yeah.
were
summering up a whole week in like a quick session because everybody had like time sensitive things, but they were kind of like staggered.
Mm-hmm.
yeah there was a lot of like going back and forth.
Yeah.
And I just fix myself up real quick.
Yeah. So Katha comes back from her business. Everyone's gathered in the square. Komarov definitely has like a fat lip.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, let's see. Trying to remember name. Um, our survivor friend. What was his name again?
Willem? Survivor?
The one
Raven
who
spell.
is
The lady on the boat.
no.
Oh, Renee?
The one who is stirring up all this uh war with Broll.
Oh, Falk.
Falk, that's right. I'm like,
Yeah.
you said it like 10 minutes ago. I'm like, my brain's gone. I got that information punched at me apparently.
Like, see, it was a good hit. Leave it alone. You said it. You said to him like it was a sissy hit, and it's like you can't even remember things. That's good, right?
Yeah. There's hidden strength. Yes. Um, I think today I want to talk to Falk. See what is going on.
All right. Does anyone else have other things they want to try and handle? So as far as the, you still don't know where Ian is, and you're like still trying to um, solve his sort of problem.
Yeah. Trying to think. I mean, it would be reasonable for Tibbin to maybe do some investigating on that front. He still needs to look into. Oh man, I can't remember his name. My buddy. He had a
Well,
cool name too.
Oh, that
The
guy.
the soldier guy, yeah.
I might have it
Willem.
written down. Willem?
I don't.
Yeah,
It might
Willem.
be. Yeah.
Willem is a cool
Will
name.
M. Not William. Willem.
No, that's
Yeah.
not what I heard.
Willem.
AM is what I got.
AM. I don't know. But he was the one that was in charge of the patrol that I joined, right? When I got
No, Falk was in charge of the patrol. Willem was a guard
yeah,
that
Willem
we
was the
got
guard
really
that
friendly
went
with.
and got help.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
the one that got
he
away.
was the one who
and-
ran away when we were fighting the giants.
Yes.
Yeah, you told him to run after everyone started going down.
Correct.
And then the patrol or like the squad
Okay.
came and
And Falk
helped
was the
get
one
everyone
that
out.
I was patrolling with when we met the Brol.
Yes.
Yes, Falk was the one in charge. So
So
you-
Falk's
you
just starting
were-
all this shit for no. Oh man, I thought you knew. Guy.
Falk got crit into the ground and he was actually unconscious for several days. So like
Yeah.
your understanding of it, because in the previous session you did ask a lot of questions about it. I'm operating under the assumption that you guys shared the information you all sort of
Yeah.
ambiently gathered.
Yeah.
He got
We're not
treated
Fred.
by Dr. Thorne. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm assuming that much unless someone states they're going to keep it a secret. Everyone knows it. So the information Tivin and Katha and Komarov have, Chell probably just doesn't care this much and has no personal stakes into it. But the information you guys have is that Falk had to have his arm amputated.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so Dr. Philorn helped stabilize him and was basically acting as like a personal doctor for a couple of weeks, just
Yeah.
based on the family. He probably got some sort of, because the Strong Arms are affluent, so they probably gave him like a big sum of money to help fund his silly mad science stuff that he's got going on, and in exchange he helped their son in a personal way. Falk is like the only son of like a war hero, and his mother is like this widow that like has her hand. You watched her give a speech talking about how her son got injured. She was also advocating for aggression, but this was months ago and before Falk had regained consciousness. So you know that it's after his treatment when he was able to walk again. He like sort of started telling everyone that the Brol were sending giants to invade and trying to push their boundaries to try and take Minrolthin. So that's like the sum of what you've gotten out of like having talked to the guards and like Dangyul and people on the campus.
Yeah. Yeah, someone seems to be pushing Minrolthin towards war.
Yeah, and we know that Falk is a vocal advocate for it, as the flyers and stuff that we encountered when we first re-entered the city after the boating thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, the pamphlets people are handing out are there's one that says war is bad, and there's one that says protect our land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I will go off. I will try to find Ian with help of the constabulary, the soldiers, whatever they're called, town guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, constabulary.
Since I have the most, I have the best relationship with them. And I had just talked to him like, from my perspective, months ago, but like yesterday, because I was looking for Willem, and they told me that he had basically abandoned his post and retired. early. So now I'm gonna be like, well, I'm looking for another friend. So I'll just go talk to the same people again.
Okay, so you head back to the guardhouse to
Yeah.
ask to. You're looking for help finding Ian.
Or just yeah, because do we have plans for him to meet us anywhere and he just didn't show up? Is that what we're
Uh,
figuring out?
Kind of.
so when you guys all split up the day before, Ian left first. He just started walking off into the city, and that's when everyone was like, "Oh, I
Yeah,
got
but we had
separated."
made, I believe we had made plans to meet here in the morning because we weren't all camped together because Magnus went to his college, I slept in my college, and yada yada.
We
So
had
he
made
didn't.
that plan at the end of the day when we forgot. Oh yeah, we forgot
He
to
was already
meet up.
gone.
Oh shit! All
Yeah,
So
right.
so he just never showed back up. So you guys all ambiently met back up at the square because that's just sort of what happened before. But Ian never showed up,
Okay.
and now
Well,
it's the next day. So you guys showed
yeah,
up at like uh, late morning the day before.
yeah, that's fine.
And,
I'll still go under the assumption that he was supposed to meet us, and that's why he's not here, and that's weird. And I'll still go ask the guards about it.
oh yeah,
yeah.
no, yeah, I just wanted to give you the
No,
full
valid.
picture. Um, any is anyone else wanting to specifically aid in that and do something else? You want to? Uh, so Comrade's going to try and talk to Falk. Tiven is going to try and find Ian, who never showed up. Oh, Tiven, go ahead and make a society check as Kathok comes up with this new shield.
All right. Uh, yeah, this is gonna be fun.
About like mine, huh?
Where is it? There it is.
22. Tiven,
Well,
you're looking at a myth of like that. You're looking at so in to put this into like a metaphor that might give
yeah.
people a little weight. If you're a devout Catholic, this is a shield carved to look like the devil. This is a
Oh, nice.
mother who has bastardized the idea, like been cursed, and the myth is that she like has taken becoming the stone like way too hard. So it's like a mother who fully went crazy saying everyone will be well and good and safe if they are all the stone and had been mutated into this monster that forcibly
Yeah.
returned everyone to the stone in sort of like it
No, I
technically,
understand the parable that
yeah,
that you're trying to come up.
yes,
A terrible example would be like if a goose laid eggs, and but to protect its children, it made the eggs stay eggs forever.
yes,
Something like,
it's
but
exactly like
yeah,
that.
okay,
So you're looking at and however Tiven wants to accept that this is like it's not weird for people to have weapons or armor or implements that are meant to look scary or intimidating in any number of ways. But whether he thinks it's disrespectful or not is totally up to you. But this is a shield designed to look fierce, whether it's dwarven made or made to scare dwarves. You're not positive.
right. Yeah, I'll do the all mother, like it's the double, the what's it called, the evil eyes like bit.
Yeah.
Um, I will do a very noticeable warding gesture. Um, but I don't take any affront to it
Can
because
I
I
roll
don't.
religion on that to notice to know what he's making this overt
Oh
sign
yeah,
of?
absolutely. Now dwarves are weird, so this one's going to be higher than like some of the more common religions. Just less. You know exactly.
Woo!
Well, I mean
Talk
that's
about
you. Yeah, you know exactly what's going on. The
yeah.
the the motion, the expression, the like hesitance, regardless of religious ideology or culture, that reaction almost always looks the same. And Tivin is pretty open about talking about his culture and the faith he holds. And I think you know exactly what's going on, if
Yeah,
not like the details
maybe,
of it.
yeah, not the details, but she's like, huh. So you know
Yeah.
something about the creature on this shield?
Well, not the. Well, yes and no. The creature is ambiguous, but the moniker, the meaning is clear as day. So, I
Okay.
think in your best interest, we can alter some things, make it a little less offensive.
It was the
As you
only
know,
shield she had.
no, I don't begrudge you. You didn't know. As you know, in my faith, the All Mother is the highest tier, and this is. I don't like to use human terms, but this is a um, in what Justice Justin was saying. Imagine
This is a
like
vulgarity.
yeah. So like yeah, yeah.
She's like,
I'm
very
at a
well.
loss of words for the specifics, but like we need to change. Like mothers can be terrifying, but they're not supposed to be. Um, the love is supposed to be projected far more so than the fear. And I don't know if the specifics of this shield are geared towards my people or a analog of an interpretation of such. But this is this is not this is a creature that we have interacted with that typically you know what? For the sake of argument, I would say the closest analog in modern culture would be a weeping angel. The idea that this visage is in this manner is kind of like in and of itself an offense. The one that you clearly don't understand, but I think there are things we can do to soften the image of, if you will. Still keep it fierce, but make it more palatable to my people. If we when we have time.
Yes. I did not mean to offend you. I did not know what the creature was.
Oh, you didn't offend me. The shield is offensive, but you didn't
You're
offend me. I understand.
okay. That that is fair.
That is, yeah, it's perfectly understandable. And we will handle this when we have more time. I'm gonna go figure something out. Um, we talked with some of the soldiers that I was patrolling with previously, or had connections with to see what's going on with Tull. It's
Yeah, that
what
would be good. I
two
wish you
days now.
luck since you know the soldiers better than I do. I
Say,
think I
say that
will.
last one.
I
Oh
wish
yeah,
you
yeah, okay.
luck as you
That's what
know
I
the
thought you said.
soldiers better.
Yeah, valid.
I will remain here with our new friend in the York.
I think Komarov is leaving.
Yep.
I think Komarov has already gone to go talk to Falk.
Never mind. I'll stay here with
Yeah,
our new
so
friend.
I was never here.
I
No.
was here the whole time.
He's never going to
uh,
be that stealthy, but yeah.
all right. So Katha and Chell are hanging out until further notice. Komarov is going to try and find and confront, in some capacity, Falk. And Tivin is going to look for Ian Tull, your employer, as far as you are all still aware and concerned. So we'll start with Komarov. How are you going about this? Like, are you doing? I need to ask you this more than anyone. Are you doing
Yeah.
something crazy?
No more crazy than just being utterly lost in the city. So, but no, he'll just ask around. Uh, so, I'll just use. I assume you'd want like a diplomacy to find him because I don't know where he is.
Yeah, yeah. If you're asking for directions, it is definitely diplomacy.
Okay. Oh, good.
Really good. So you get a lot of weird looks, but I think you've sort of fallen into your like there are lots of ways to track people, and one
Mm-hmm.
of them is sort of just asking. And I think you've put off like so much of a neutral air that even though your sort of demeanor and manner of dress and like accent might be off-putting to people like this in this area, you sort of pull it off enough that they're like, oh yeah, the strong arm sort of manner is just up like just it sort of rests more on the east side, but it's a lot more north than you've gone, where like the noble sort of like you go if you go east from the from the city square where like there's all the shops in like the mercantile area, that's where you go into like more towards the um sort of workhouse thing, and then on the west, that's where you find all the farmland. And then as you go north from the square, that's where you find like the nice houses, and then
Mm-hmm.
suburbs are sort of situated wherever they will fit. Um, so you head north, and it's this like they're not like big manors. They're sort of like nice townhomes that are like narrow and situated pretty close together. But like obviously they've been here for like some of the earlier buildings built in Minralthin's history and probably have some sort of weight behind them. But it's sort of like a narrow building that has like 3 floors.
Mm-hmm.
And theirs is painted like sort of a deep red, like a brown red, like something really rich.
Mm-hmm.
And it does have like a gate and like a walk up to it, but it is situated like pretty close to. There's not like full. There might be alleys between them, but they don't have like full yards like you would think of as in like the American South. Not really like
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, so you are given directions to this sort of house. You've got this gate between you. You're on sort of like a cobbled street. The people walking down the street have better manners of dress. You're getting a lot of odd looks, but you walked up, sort of just asking straightforward questions and not acting really that shady. So they sort of just you get a lot of people crossing the street. Kind of
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Yeah.
People walking their like overly groomed dogs, curled mustaches, tall hats.
Mm-hmm. They have the expensive beans up here. Yeah, I get that.
You muse on the beans in front. You can smell them from like a nearby window, and there's a voice that's like, "Oh, my breakfast beans!" Oh, and that's the kind of neighborhood
Wow.
you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Except for this house. This house was owned by a war hero.
I kind of imagined I would like smell stuff that I'm like, I have not smelled anything like that before, but I'm
Oh
also
yeah.
like, I kind of just understand from the difference in how people carry themselves that I'm not going to be really welcome if I cause too much trouble. But yeah, so, um, so following their directions, um, is it empty or is there like a crowd or is
Oh,
there it
there's not
guarded?
a there's not like there's definitely like you've seen like not a patrol, but you have seen like guards on the street. There are not like guards on the outside of it. Like it's not this like huge like guarded facade. There's not like a guard house out in front. It's just like a nice gate, and then like they patrol here a little more often. So like it's like a nice sturdy gate. You're looking at like well-made stone and iron. Um, but like as far as like the obstacles, that's kind of it. You're like on the walkway of like a wide cobble street.
Okay.
But it looks like there's activity in the house, but there aren't like people milling about. This is the kind of house where they might have like three or four like employees.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, um, if there's no other impediment, I would just like knock on the door. I imagine that uh, the first knock is way too hard and loud because I don't knock on doors often, and I forget about my fists, and so uh, it gets gentler after that.
Yeah, so you try the gate and it is actually unlocked. You walk up to the door, knock, it's super loud. Um, just not understanding that like the metal, the
Yeah.
hard metal of your fist on this like sturdy wooden door just resonates super loud. It sounds like you're the police, just like bam bam bam. Um, and you get sort of a hurried um, like clacking of small shoes coming up, and this human girl like 16 opens the door wearing like what is obviously like a uniform, like some sort of servant, some sort of maid, and she says,
Mm-hmm.
can I, she like is looking up and then she has to look down to see you. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
can we help you?
Hello, I am Kamarov. Uh, I would like to speak to Falk. Uh, we were captured by giants, and I wanted to see how he was.
Go ahead and make a some sort of charisma check.
Sure. Mhm. Oh, nice.
Point
Nice.
22. It's Komarov's day. Um, she hesitates for a long moment, and she says, "Ah, Falk hasn't, Mister Falk hasn't really been taking as many visitors as I think he used to. Can I do?
It's
You know,
okay. I am a
let me.
small visitor.
I you." And she says, I'll go ask him. I'll go ask him." Um, and she shuts the door in front of you, walks
Mm-hmm.
away, and like 7 or 8 minutes goes by
Mm-hmm.
before she uh, opens the door again, fully open the door, like, and just like any sort of like butler or maid, like presents the way forward. It's like narrow hallway, but like amazing craft work in this place. Like extravagant rugs with like the tassels and stuff, uh, clean like polished wood, uh, shelves laid into the walls with like antiques and like mementos and stuff on them. Uh, you're walking into a place of people that have some sort of means. I think probably for Komarov for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
especially in human finery. Like I think you've probably seen like orcs that indulge. It's still different.
Yeah.
But I don't think you would say the place is It's definitely extra, and you probably still find it super distasteful. But like
Mm-hmm.
someone from the city probably wouldn't call it gaudy.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely old money. And she leads you in, sort of up a set of stairs and into a room, sort of like a large room that has like a nice window that looks out on the street, actually. Um, and there's a man laying in the bed, sort of like still with like his cloak on, and he looks over and he says, I do recognize you. I don't think Komarov has ever spoken to Falk.
Nope.
But you say you were there, and that
Yep.
caught his attention. So he's still like seems a little hesitant. He doesn't greet you like a combat, like a confidant. But
Mhm.
you are in the room.
Okay. I had heard that you were the what is the word? I heard that you were the center of much discussion around the city, and uh, I wanted to see how you were doing. Uh, but I was captured along with uh, the Varst Ketha and the dwarf Tivin, and um, we were the ones who were responsible for helping get you back. And now I
You
hear you.
say Tivin, and his eye, and he's like definite recognition, and
Mhm.
he says, is Tivin back in the city then?"
Yes, we've
Oh,
recently returned. He had much lovemaking to do with the elves of the sea, but we are done with that now.
um, uh, so he listens to what you're saying, and he says, "You know, good for him. I didn't think he was the type, but after that awful, I guess, the war zone,
Hmm.
I can see how he would need to go blow off some steam and distance himself from it."
Yes, it didn't work though. We ran into many strange bugs I've named Smertzak, and uh, they were far south of Zanqualdek, all the way north up here, and so there was a lot of fighting along the way. I think he enjoyed himself.
Good. Well, I hope he's relaxed enough to maybe come to some sort of understanding. I would love to talk to him. I wouldn't say we were he was stationed with me for his education for human, his exchange program. I think
Hmm.
there was a dwarf word he used for it, but as I understood it, we were just supposed to learn from each other, and he was good company. He felt like a good man, or a good dwarf.
Hmm.
So, so you say death bugs. Um, Go ahead and make a perception check.
Sure. Mm, here, perception.
Um, yeah, he doesn't seem to have any recognition of that
Hmm.
term. So you say so. What basically you've told him that you went off to do a lot of lovemaking, but then there was fighting, and you say that they were up here, and he says, um, "Death bugs. They must be another brawl plot to destabilize everyone here on the in the human cities, Minrothin and Harver."
We had traced some of their distribution to pirates called the Iron Prow, which I have more or less disbanded as far as I know.
Brawl pirates.
Mhm.
Yes.
Though we did lose the island they were hiding on to these bugs. So, there's that. But,
So you give them.
why do you think the Broll were the ones who orchestrated this?
So at this point, you're gonna have to give me a diplomacy check.
Hmm. This is when I feel like the dice are going to be like, nah,
Eh,
no, we're going
That is
down.
not
what the dice
terrible.
usually feel like.
Yeah.
It was a lot higher than I felt they were going to go.
So you
Yeah.
you Komarov, you are being as calm as you've ever been talking
Mhm,
to somebody. You give him the rundown. He's like hesitant, but you're talking about Tivin, and you're talking about like this awful thing that you did go through together. He might not know you, but he sees the truth in like the things you're saying. He
mhm,
also does see um, things that may or may not be outlandish, but he takes it for what you've said it is. And then you ask him point blank why he thinks that something happened. And his response is, because that is what happened. And he stands up from the chair
mhm,
that he's been sitting in. Um, and he says, we were in conflict with the Brawl, and their giants came and killed me and my men. I lost my arm. He's full yelling,
mhm,
like red faced. Um, and at this point, sort of the maid and a man wearing like clothes that look like they're meant to be worn a little more outside, someone who's like maybe works on the house or the grounds or something like that, come to the door, and they're trying to usher you away. How do you
mhm.
react to this?
Um, I'll kind of shrug them off as best I can
Mhm.
because I'm like, I just want to hear everything he says. When he is done, I will understand.
So he is yelling, just fully like bearing down over you. Falk is a large man. He's like 6'3", broad shoulders, all
Mhm,
American football star kind of build, long black hair, um,
mhm,
and just bearing down over you, yelling. And he tells you that like they were there talking to the Brawl about overstepping their bounds with these men, these human men from Minralthen, um, who
mhm,
they were trying to take into Brawl, and then they set their giants down on everyone, like killing a bunch of his men. And then when he basically describing like almost like everything he says did happen, but he's characterizing it in a way that you knew that confirming what you've heard people say. Go ahead
yeah.
and make a perception check for me in the moment. And do you have any abilities to sort of or feel free to use any like weird abilities or talk about any feats you have that might help sort of trying to figure out the situation that you're in. His like demeanor is degrading pretty rapidly, and you're letting him. It doesn't seem like he's tiring down. It seems like he's winding up.
Okay. So do that. Um, so I know I have another idea. But I just want to know what the perception gives me, if anything.
Uh, have you applied any odd thing? Do you have any weirdnesses to increase that number at all, or feats
No.
that would give you specific information?
There isn't anything for that.
Okay.
He's
So what you're looking at is he's got sort of an odd, so he's still wearing a cloak, he's like covering his arms. He
mhm,
sort of looks a little on the lopside. sighted sort of things. You've been told that he had an arm amputated, but there does appear to be like a shoulder there. Like whether or not there's an arm below it, you're not necessarily positive. He's gesturing with his left arm, which is the one that was fine.
Yeah.
But you're looking at someone who's like a little hunched. He definitely looks like there's you don't have a comparison to give because you've only ever seen him after this struggle. He always looked bad. He still kind of looks bad. Like he's definitely got strength and energy to him. Something you get is maybe not something about the situation, maybe not something about his demeanor. There's an oddness to the energy around him that calls out to you specifically like fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you've seen like people blessed by the spirit of fire, like the heat around this guy is a little too hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're watching someone like overheat, not in like everyone gets hot when they're angry and they're yelling, but like
Yeah.
you can feel it out in the air, and that's not something you've ever seen a human exhibit. And it's not strong. It doesn't feel like he's going to start spitting fire, but like there's something in the back of your head that's just like this is fire. Like this
Mm-hmm.
guy's got a fire in him that he can't put out.
Okay.
Don't we all?
in a way that's not poetic. To
Mm.
orcs, it is a different thought.
Let's see. Do I try it and hope the dice do it? Because I think that could be a good way to diffuse things. Alright. So, after, like, he goes on for a minute, just kind of laying everything out, as he knows it. Then, Komarov will go, I understand. And yes, the Broll shall pay for this. Their empire has greatly overstepped themselves, and you need to find justice. I am on your side. And we're going to use deception.
Okay.
And we're going to hero point that.
Yeah, like a
See.
40% chance to get a better roll. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, here's hoping.
Yeah.
There. Have to go to the hero
Hero point
point. What
fade.
to do? Ah, it went lower. Dang it. Oh well.
So you tell him that you're on his side and that you believe him, and
Mm-hmm.
you're looking at someone who already decided. Like the things you've said seem to be like hitting just like the wall of the frenzy he's drummed himself up into, and he like
Mm-hmm.
reaches out it with his left hand and is like reaching out to grab you, and the gardener like steps sort of in front of you, and he says, Mr. Falk, Sir Falk, I think it's time. I think you need to start taking your medicine. It's about time." And Falk fully grabs this guy by the shirt and starts to like try to push him behind him deeper into his room.
Mm-hmm.
And the maid is sort of like, you should go now." Like they've seen
Right.
him free. And I think with a 15 perception, you see that these people like they're not necessarily they feel uncomfortable to Falk, like this is a new development. Like they don't want to be afraid of someone. This is someone they are newly afraid of.
Mhm.
Like he's become volatile recently in a way that's different from how they think of him. And you're looking at them really try to mitigate it, but he's just sort of um, just it doesn't feel he's not like reaching for a weapon, but it looks like he's just gonna throttle you and keep screaming. Um,
Yeah.
so the maid is like open the door and is like sort of pulling on you.
Yeah. I'll go out.
Yeah. So you go out and
So I know, does the maid stay with me?
yeah, she sort of follows you and shuts the door behind you.
Okay.
And give me you know what? I'll just give you this one for free. She's looking at you like she is afraid, but also upset that she let you in. Like she looks
Mhm.
like she is feeling some amount of guilt because she did this.
Mhm.
Like she's afraid of having some sort of consequence come down on her in her job, and she sort of blames herself, but is also blaming you in
Yeah,
some
that's
capacity.
fair.
You're looking at someone who's like,
Um,
and you can see him as you leave. You can see him like at the window staring down at you, just red faced.
mhm. While we're still in his house, I'll reach into my pocket and uh, like he still doesn't know money, so this will be uh, and then let me see what he has on him. There's 1 and 3, so all right. So he pulls out a coin, ends up being a gold piece. He says to her, "I'm very sorry. Uh, this was a man I thought I knew and trusted. I want you to take this and take good care of him."
But she sort of takes it from you without like it seems like she took it from you like so automatically she barely noticed.
Yeah,
And then she's like still ushering you out and she says like, please don't come back. She pushes you out the door.
yep. All right.
So you are uh, pushed out of the strong arm sort of house. Tivin, you on the other side of town, or on the east side of town, go back to like the guardhouse you were in before, sort of the closest one to the College of Ingenuity, where you had been yesterday, and you're looking for Ian. So you go to talk to the guards there. How do you approach this, and what do you tell them about Ian?
I'll just come up to the desk or whatever acts as kind of like their reception area for this type of thing. And I'm just going to go about it in very dwarven fashion, very official fashion. I have a gentleman who I am in their employ. They were meant to meet with me. I don't suspect anything of any foul play, but the limited knowledge that I have of him has told me to expect him at a certain time. He was not there. I don't know what protocol you have in the city specific for finding um, lost people, I guess would be the terminology. But I imagine if a citizen has a active desire or need to locate a missing person, you could get that information to the other patrols citywide, and maybe just kind of like um, circumnavigating the city itself, just on the outskirts a little. So whatever I have to do or say in order to get that in action, I'm more than happy to facilitate. Give them full description, best that I understand it. How I mean, I can make rolls to determine how well Tivin will remember what he looks like and acts like, and what he was wearing, and all that good stuff. But
It's been like a day.
Yeah.
So you're fine on that. But as far as like protocol and like being able to say the right things to get it like expedited, go ahead and make a society check.
Okay.
To like understand how to shortcut bureaucracy in a way.
No, totally understand that. All right.
23. So
Missed it.
you give him so you're talking to this guy with like sort of a big bushy mustache, like horseshoe bald, desk jockey. He's wearing like padded armor, but he's also like wearing a tie. Like this is definitely the guy who just does the paperwork and like uh washed out of being like a field guard a while ago. But in that
Yeah.
way, you know that this is actually the right guy you want to talk to.
Yeah,
Um,
I hand over like 2 gold, and I'm like, paper pushers are where it's at. They know
yeah,
who to talk to, and
he says, "Oh, okay, shaggy blonde hair, fake accent, shady, broad shoulders, tall. You said his name is Ian Tull.
as
He's
far as I
flipping through
understand it, that's
papers.
the moniker that he has given me as my employer. Yes.
Yeah, he opens a file. He's flipping through it, and he pulls out like a half-inch thick folder, opens it up, and there's like a sketch of Ian there. And he says, "Your employer's got quite a track record. We're actually already looking for this guy.
Oh, wonderful.
But yeah." I'll put it out that that where his safety is in question. Where was the last time you saw him? You give him the whole like spiel of like he came into town on this side. This is the direction we saw him walking in. Um,
Yeah.
and he has the folder out. Um, and you overhear a guard talking about just like two guards on the side. He's talking to you about like the history of petty theft going back decades. Like nothing too crazy, like it's like small town kid urchin stuff that just continued into adulthood. Um,
Yeah.
which seems to fit what you've seen of him. He did ask you to go into an alleyway to secure the payment,
Wince.
which he gave you early.
Was that
And
not a sex thing? I'm just saying.
pirates introduced you to him as well, so it all fits.
They are
Or
not pirates, they
privateers.
are entrepreneurs
They're entrepreneurs.
with
Yes.
loose
Uh,
morals.
yes. Um, Yeah, the crew of the St. Caprice totally above board. 90% of the time, 100% above board. Um, but you hear two guards on the side talking about. They're sort of like leaning in, like hushed tones, but casual tones. You'd be like, they found a body up on the sort of near the College of Ingenuity early this morning. Sort of guy, full cut in half. He had weird legs. He had weird legs. Uh, Now make a perception check.
Do. Perceive. That's yikes.
Okay. Tiffin,
No,
you
I'm gonna
overhear
hero
these
point.
people talking
Oh,
about like this grisly crime.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 2. Come on, man.
Oh, is that a 2?
Yeah,
Oh, your perception's really good.
that's a little better.
14's a little better. Tivin, as a person that has lived their life in tight quarters, and in sort of and it serves in the militant side of those tight quarters. Marching is pretty standard, it's almost automatic. So paying attention to someone's stride is also just a way to understand them. They say
Yeah.
weird legs. Uh, Ian did have sort of an oddness of how he walked in his boots. Uh, it didn't feel weird at the time, but now that you're like sort of confronted with like
Possibility of it. Yeah.
maybe, so they don't have a description. That's the only description you hear, but like it's enough of an inkling that it bothers you.
All right. I'll ask the guy in front of me. I'm hoping that has no bearing on my case. Continue to do so. Thank you so much, and of course I'll just let him keep the gold.
Yep.
Where do you know who I would have to speak with in order to get more information about this body that they uncovered?
You're talking to the desk guy still?
Yeah.
He says like, "Oh, I don't think we are. That is watch business. I know you. I, as a desk guy, as a rules guy, uh, he's like, I'm not certain I am comfortable giving that to someone who is not employed.
Mm.
Um, uh, Go ahead and give me another.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, if I need to, I can always ask my good friend Falk Strongarm if I can just because
Do you
I
name
did some.
drop?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Okay. Actually, where are you? It's alphabetical. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Oh well, fuck. Better than the perception.
Heck yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad. You name drop Falk, and he looks nervous, sort of, and he says, "Oh, there's no need to bring Mister Strongarm back into the vault. I don't think he's. You don't need to give him my name.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think Mister Strongarm. If you want to handle if Mister Strongarm has some sort of
Oh yeah.
business with this. If you have business with him, I know he's doing his best to keep the city safe from all things foreign and domestic. So if you want to look into this, he basically assumes you work for Falk, and he's like,
Yeah, like a
you
personal
also get
asset
the
tag.
impression that this guy might actually be on the pro-war side a little bit.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so you name drop Falk, and he looks scared because Falk has been really intense. But he's also like, yeah, you could look into this independent contractor for one of the good boys. And he gives
Well,
you a location. What kind of information are you looking for? So it's sort of
I just need
uh,
to know where they would take the body so that I can confirm or deny whether it is Ian.
so the body is it's in a different watchtower or watch center.
Okay.
What
Well,
is
I
it
didn't
called?
know if Minarthan had
Precinct.
like a, you
It'd
know
be
how
a
like
barracks.
well, yeah, but
That's
you know how like in modern cities you have the medical examiner, so they would take it to the morgue, and the morgue would be distinct from like a police station. I didn't know if that is a thing we were gonna do, so I was, but yeah,
yeah. No, he tells you where they would have put it. There's sort of like it's not really is the closest approximation to a morgue that isn't like actually just medical research in the College of Ingenuity is just sort of like what do you call it, like the Undertaker. They have like the
yeah,
cold room there, and they're like, we don't know what else to do with it. Like, who's going to pay for the big magic to try and figure this stuff out? Otherwise, we're just going to bury him. Like they got all the information they have, but they haven't done that yet. It's only been like 12 hours that they found him.
noted. I will thank him for his time, and I will head over to the other quote unquote barracks to identify the
Yeah,
body.
yeah. So you go over, give this guy the rundown, give him the right names, and sort of a stonier looking dude, used to handling corpses. You go down. Go ahead and give me. So they've got like a sheet over it,
Yeah.
cellar room,
I'll tell
coal.
like yeah, I'm here on my own personal business, but I did hear, through the grapevine through, and I'll use actual terminology of like,
Yeah,
not I'm not here on behalf of Falk, but through my emissary program, through my exchange student program, I did interact with a lot of soldiers, and I thought mayhaps it could be one. I'm here possibly to identify the body. So there's no real lying there. But I am going to kind of grease the wheels a little to make it not seem so weird that I'm there. You know what I mean?
yeah. So when you say identify, this guy, that's sort of like the key word this guy needs.
Mhm.
This guy's like, well, if you can identify it, I'd be damn impressed. He takes you down.
Oh no.
Yeah, he takes you down into the room there, and there's more bodies here. Some of them look like they're
Yeah.
just old people who are being, prepared for their burials, for
Mm.
their for their send offs, and then there's the side that's like definitely like the more like we need to try and figure it out, and there's like definitely a bad shape to the sheet in it. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Oof. Okay. I actually have a 3 in
If
that.
there's anything you would like to present instead, I'm open to it. But this is uh, out the gate. It's medicine.
No, that's fine.
Oh, real question: are you trained in medicine?
I am not. I just have a +3
Okay.
from, I believe, wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, does Tiven have warfare lore?
No, instead of those, I took surveying. Remember, we made
Oh yes.
a specific, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. So without training, actually, you probably wouldn't be able to glean any. Like this is one of those gated checks where you would need to be trained for it. This guy will show it to you. You can make a perception check.
Okay. And I'm trying to
Uh,
piece
he,
together the face.
yeah, no, yeah,
Um,
he. No, we'll make your check first, and then I'll describe what happened to you. 22 is really good.
yeah.
This guy,
I
sort of,
figure I'm looking at like his pinky toes and I'm looking for tattoos and skin color, and I'm just like trying to
yeah,
put
no,
2 and
you're
2
you're
together.
trying to piece it together. He uncovers the body, and you're looking at someone who is like sort of cut into three pieces.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
full
Vertically or horizontally?
horizontally at the waist, but then like one of the shoulders is cut like real deep into
Okay.
the chest. It also looks like before these cuts were delivered, the face had been sort of. This is grisly in like a really crazy. Like you're not getting any medical stuff off of what this is, but you've been in battles. You've hurt people. You've
Yeah.
killed people. People have tried to kill you. This looks like something that was less of a survival thing, and more like someone was like somebody beat
Like
this
a
man.
wild animal. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
like 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 just vicious. The face has been sort of crushed and is like just pulped, like it had been like stepped on or thrown against a wall or bashed repeatedly by some sort of bludgeon. But then there
Sure.
are also the like full cuts in the body, and I think just based on your background, you recognize that as being like this is like this couldn't have been done unless it was like a military grade weapon. You
Yeah.
know,
It's not
like
like
it
a
had to
wild
have been
animal
like.
clawing it. It's like an actual glaive or
Yeah,
greatsword or
and you're
something. Yeah.
yeah, so some sort of large bladed
The cuts are too
item.
clean.
Yeah, it's a little too clean. It's a little too vicious. Um,
Okay.
but it's not. But those two cuts specifically look like you're not being trained in medicine. You're not sure what came first or anything. But the problem is there's just so much trauma that there's like not a lot to go on. They don't do fingerprints. The teeth are all messed up. Even if they could do dental work, there's no like means of identifying through blood. You're looking at him though. The belt is right. The cloak is right. The hair that's there is the right shade of blonde.
Yeah.
And the legs, which he reveals, are like hooves.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's got like curly, sort of dark red furred goat legs that like his boots were designed to look like human feet.
Nice.
And the guy's sort of like, well, I don't know what's going on with that. I ain't never seen that before, but you know this guy?
Um, Well, it's really hard to discern the facial structure and features, but every other facilitating remark, the clothing, the hair color, the body, the build, does match my friend Ian Toll. Whether that's his actual name or not, I am uncertain. He was kind of a I use the word friend. I don't use that word. My employer. Um, I believe this is the person I was looking for. Yeah, and but the boots not the boots are like next to the body, or the boots aren't with the body at all.
So he's been stripped, but his effects are like nearby. So
Yeah.
like they show
So
you
so
the
I
effects,
will
they show you the body.
I will ask to confirm. I was like, I just need one thing. If I look at the clothing, I do match the clothing, and I do see the boots. As a dwarf, boots are like bar none the second most important piece of clothing, and
Yeah,
that would have been one thing. I mean, you think of cat and boots, you think of pirates and their boots, and like it's
yeah,
Tiven would have made a note of, okay, these boots are important. And if he saw the boots and recognized them, he'd have been like, okay, this is enough quantitative information for me to put two and two together. It's a reasonable assumption that this is Ian Tull, and now I have to figure out what happened to him.
yeah, yeah. So
So yeah,
uh,
yeah,
you're reasonably sure that this has a very high likelihood of being Ian, as far as Tiven is willing to commit to. Um, the boots look right. The clothing that's nearby is right. Um, the guy's like, this guy actually, you say this is your employer Ian Tull, and this Undertaker's sort of like, oh shit, is that Ian? Oh man,
yeah.
I know he's always been in a mess of trouble, but he helped me out a bunch of times. That's a shame. So where you say he was your employer? Was he going straight finally?
Well, I believe he had some an infant about English. There was an investigation he had desired us to. I believe, if I'm out of I can't remember exactly out of character, but in character, Tiven would
Oh,
recall because it's been like 2 days. Finding a
yeah.
friend and then helping him with X, Y, and Z. Um, in that the culmination, if I'll just say the nice thing. I was like, I don't know, but also it seemed like him hiring my group in culmination, like the end result would have been the eventuality of him going. Uh, what was the word you used? Straight.
Yeah, this guy said like implying that Ian was a petty crook that he was aware of
Yeah,
fondly. He was like implying that like he would have gone straight and like gotten a job and maybe like you were a
yeah,
legit employee of
yeah.
his in
I
some
feel like
capacity.
we would have instilled some better responsibility upon his personage. Unfortunately, he was attacked, and this is the result. Now we need to. Now I am going to figure out who did it and why. So,
Well, I got a name to
what
put on the books.
yeah, what would be required to see that he has a peaceful, um, what's the word? Burial.
Proper
Area.
burial
Uh,
rites.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, well, we were gonna try and figure it out, and I'm glad you came because I guess I could try to call. Ian doesn't have any family around here anymore. I could try to get a hold of Bart. They were always close. Maybe he'd pay for a plot. We were just gonna put him in the sort of unnamed. We got sort of a section out back for people that are unnamed, unclaimed people. Priests, different kinds of priests come by and put different kinds of rites to them just to make sure they go on peaceful, like don't get up. Super rare, but
No, I understand.
always want to be sure. Um,
Um, yeah, reasonable costs. Send it to Tiven Stonechild in care of the College of Ingenuity. We'll see that it's taken care of.
he says, "Well, yes, sir. I'm glad there's at least some closure here. If you're, I'm sorry about your
Out of
I'm sorry.
character.
I'm sorry. This man is gone. Uh
No, I was saying out of character. Bart, is that a name that I'm familiar with, or?
huh. That's the guy that Ian said had gone missing. His friend.
Okay, that's the friend. Okay, I'm writing that down.
Yeah. So this guy says he's gonna try and get a hold of Bart, and you're under the impression that Bart is missing and or dead.
Yeah,
So this guy doesn't know Bart is gone, and Ian also talked about Bart like he was an asshole. But
yeah, the
like
guy, probably the
this
guy that
guy
got him in
understands
trouble.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So these are two guys that were always in trouble all the time, but it was always
yeah.
those two guys. So he was like,
Um,
his parents are gone, but maybe Bart will pay for it. And then
I
you're like, I don't even know if that guy's around.
that's I don't know Bart. I'm not familiar with his friendships. He just came to me. With that being said, is there a possibility that if I'm offering to pay for all of the for upfront costs, can we get his body shipped to Lysandra? Oh my God, what's your husband's name? Lycansandra?
Leoxandra.
Leosandra, thank you. Because he's a medical guy. I would like him to determine anything we can about how Ian died.
Uh, yeah, this guy's like, yeah, I
Respectfully,
mean, if you're taking responsibility for the for the body
yeah,
for Ian here, we'll let you. We'll have to. I'll of course have to be here the whole time, and I'll have to call my superior, but he'll be in later anyway. Um, yeah,
yeah.
we'll let you take a look. It's your right if you want to pay someone to take a peek. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll have. I don't. Did Lysandra have a position within the city, or are they just a good doctor? I don't remember if they
Yeah,
had anything.
Alexander doesn't have a job. He's
Okay,
been
okay.
wandering around with you guys, but like it's easy to pick up like nurse shifts.
That's fine. I'll say I have a medical examiner of my own
Yeah.
employ. I'll have him come in within the next couple hours, assuming I can get word to Komarov and Lysandra.
Yeah.
In the meantime, and be like, "Hey, I think I found Ian. Not good. Um,
Uh,
I need somebody more trained than me."
so you guys, so Alexandra, Chell, and Katha are sort of just hanging out in the square. What has happened is everyone else has been gone for a couple of hours now. What have you guys have been up to? So you've got
Dell
the
was under
things
the
you were.
impression that we'd be leaving the city to go kill bugs, so he's
Eventually,
um like a little impatient. But like impatient for Shell, which is like he's very polite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
conspicuously polite.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keita is still trying to get a read on Chell, so she's probably trying to stay downwind of him as much as possible so she can get a smell of him without letting him know she's trying to smell him.
The smell you're getting is like
Tea rum and
in
cocoa
the
butter.
yeah in the previous day, you had sort of gotten a scent of this guy, and it was so devoid of natural meat scents. Like this guy smells like soap, no sweat. Like this guy doesn't smell like he's made of meat. Like he smells artificial.
Okay, she's just baffled and confused by this guy.
So you guys hang out, sort of trying to figure each other out. Uh, Chell, you are aware that they had like at least 2 days worth of like business to conclude. That was one of the discussions previously while you were inhaling all of those eggs and drinking all of that milk. Um, so you're impatient for your directive to start coming about. You've been sent out to uh, find other people that know what's going on, to use them as resources, to follow through with your thing. And those resources say they have a 2 day, at least 2 days
Yeah.
hold on sort of what they're
Shell is annoyed.
going.
Will is not. Will
Yeah.
Will
Yeah,
completely
yeah, yeah.
understands.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like
Yeah, so
you're all.
you guys are waiting. You're like doing maintenance on your hammer. You're practicing your human greetings with the humans around, and all
Yep.
of them look
Greetings,
uncomfortable.
fellow human.
And they're like, all right, sir. Human greetings to you as well. And then they walk away really fast. Um,
That makes sense to me. I got things to do.
busy. It's just a block away. Busy human things here. Uh, Katha, that guy's totally not human. The guy
Oh
running down the street,
yeah,
running away from jail, also thought that was a normal interaction. Um, yeah, so after a few hours go by, you guys are hanging out. I think the other two show back up with the news they've gathered.
okay.
Boy, do I got some things to tell you guys. And then I
I
divulge.
also have things.
How is my old friend
So-
Falk doing?
He is been better, but there is nothing wrong with him.
War has a way of doing that to man.
I think something worse has happened, but I have nothing. I have no solid. I have nothing. What's the word? Evidence. Yes, just a feeling. Yeah, that.
Oddly, your feelings are the one thing about you I trust.
Excellent. But I do not know for sure, and I did not get around to asking. But I feel like something was done to him. I know he is taking medicine. I do not know what kind. And I wouldn't know whether it's right or wrong. Because I don't know what it does. I rather thought he was going to have a new arm. But I did not see a new arm. He only uses his remaining regular one.
I thought we were told he had a new arm.
And then he was quite animated uh, about the Brawl and their involvement in at the crossroads, which, from everything he knows, it does sound it adds up. And you know, the best thing I could, the best evidence I could tell him that it wasn't them were, of course, a group of pirates run by Broll. So that doesn't really help him. But he seemed extra agitated. I feel like something else has happened. But, uh, Tiven, he still likes you.
Well, that's good. I'm easy to like.
hmm I told him of your exploits. He was very happy for you.
Oh, I think I may have to meet him before we leave the city officially. For I don't know when we'll be back.
Hopefully he will calm down by then.
I'd like to go
Whatever,
with you when you do that, if that's
That's
okay.
whatever you do, if you bring up the Broll Empire, do not act like you don't think that they weren't responsible for what happened at the crossroad. You may get to talk to him longer. I expressed the smallest of doubts, and he was quite angry at that. But his servants are quite nice, though they do seem to live in fear, which seemed unusual for them. They seemed quite taken care of.
He doesn't seem like the type, at least from what I saw, that he would scare his servants.
Mhm.
He seemed like a
Given
good
you know Falk
commander.
is like a solid dude.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, like
he was a level-headed commander of his men. We got into danger, and he
he was.
fought
Yeah,
well, and
he cared about his people.
yeah.
Perhaps it's the medication he was speaking of.
I have to agree. And this is the second instance in which having formative knowledge of medicine would come in handy. I think we all may need to sit down with your husband for some schooling.
You
I think
Take
under
your
Kurthog's
time.
trained in medicine.
you understand? I'm a trained medic, right?
Ah,
I have
shit.
extensive
I
knowledge of
have
human
respect,
anatomy.
Keitha.
As a
With all
human,
due,
you should totally know your anatomy.
yeah.
Mhm.
With all due respect, I understand your medicinal knowledge is more shamanistic in nature. I'm perfectly
Um,
content in learning both sides of the pendulum. So I will addend my sentence with, we should sit down and learn from both Keitha and your husband.
And then, if you describe Ian Tall,
Yeah.
or what remains of him, Komarov will be like, there is a man I think is capable of that. I do not know for sure. I sensed it. Great strength and skill. He works for Dr. Filorn.
why
That's what
does
his
it all
fucking name is.
keep going back to Dr. Forlorn?
Hmm.
Well, he's also the same doctor that did your arms, is he not?
Yes. He is
You-
quite evil.
One could say he's a war arms dealer. Sorry.
You could say that. Maybe this is the start of his business to arm the citizens.
Yeah. Also, if it's okay with you, Pat, I don't know if your husband's here. If your husband is here, I'll just speak to him direct. I need somebody with more, either Keitha and your husband, or your husband
He's like
alone.
7 feet away, and he just
Yeah.
goes like, "Yeah, he
Oh,
looks
hey, there you
comfortable."
are. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. You were standing behind a tree, you skinny bastard.
He is hard to see behind Bolshoi. It is okay.
Yeah.
Bolshoi he's trying to get Bolshoi to stand, like he's like holding his arms, and like Bolshoi is the size of Komarov, full
Mhm.
full
Yeah.
full mouth full of teeth, and he like looks a little bigger, just a little bigger now. They grow fast.
Mhm.
And he's like, "Yeah, what do you need? What do you need? Komarov, come take your son."
Yep.
Passes him off, and he's like, "Oh my God, what can I do? Give me a problem to solve. Give me something just to think about, man."
Tiven says we need to examine a corpse.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's solve the mystery.
I'm pretty sure it's Ian, but I'd like to know any possible information about how. And it's rough.
I mean, we've seen a lot of rough stuff. We've actually seen a fair amount of people just sort of explode. So
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
sure.
say,
I'm
like,
sure
That's been a common occurrence for us.
that's how I knew it was
Wait.
not natural,
Did
but
he
it's like,
did he explode?
no.
Do we need to not sleep anymore?
No, he didn't explode. He was cut in twine.
Okay, a little more straightforward. Yeah, let's go. He's all down for it. So you guys,
You can actually put this one back together.
he's like,
So,
he gets there and he's like, ugh.
while you guys go, I'm like, I'm going to take Chell under my wing, and I'm like, I'm going to train you. First, you must know this land. These are called beans.
You go show Chell different foods that aren't eggs and milk.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, Shell
there
only
are
eats white food. So
Yeah.
He shows them the white beans over there.
they're-
They have a
ah,
bean of
white
everything.
beads. Oh,
big old. They call them gigante beans.
Gigante.
And the guy's like, these are foreign beans, but they're still beans. I mean, if Chell wants to go up to look at the corpse, that's also
Yeah,
good.
you don't have to, but I was
Kel
like,
has a medical. I am actually have the medical skills, so
oh,
I'm
okay.
happy to go look at human
Oh,
anatomy.
great. Another one.
Yeah, so
I know
I'll say
all about human anatomy.
This is where my
everyone
seventh toe goes.
everyone makes their way up. I think Komarov just sort of stays upstairs with the baby unless otherwise specified. The Undertaker, another sort of the administrative guy that you talked to was actually contacted by the Undertaker, and he's there to make sure you guys aren't like messing with things. And big mustache, bald. He says like, well, Mr. Tiven, did you find your man?" And they uncover the corpse again with everyone down here. Anyone who would like to, anyone trained in medicine, absolutely can roll. Oh wow.
Wow. That was not a good roll.
Yeah, mine's not a good roll either. Oh,
18's
18.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So Alexandra gets a 30. Um, even like Alexandra's stat block is only level 2, so even without the level, it's still really a really high check. And I rolled really well. Chell, you are looking at someone, and this is actually a way. This is not. So when you were set out, you were presented with a lot of options for weaponry. You chose the hammer because it works better on the insects because when they are cut
Crush
or
carapace.
stabbed, they
Yep.
yeah you crush the carapace. Any sort of piercing or slashing damage has a risk of spraying acid on you. So you chose a hammer. It is the most efficient thing for what you are set out to do. But you were presented with knowledge on a lot of weapons. You're looking at wounds caused by two large swords. Um, the the cut from the middle, the like fully bisecting cut done with a large sword, a great sword. The smaller cut done on his right shoulder is with a smaller sword, but still like a sword. So you're looking at a one-handed sword and a two-handed sword, having both um, sort of contacted this guy in very short succession.
So I'll essentially give that rundown as like an episode of Bones. You know how like when I'm seeing the stuff, I'll say it out
Awesome.
loud in a way that informs the audience.
Yes,
That's awesome.
you go full. You're like reconstructing his body and like you're projecting it in front of you, and then like watching like what would have had to happen with someone that just
Yeah.
doesn't have a face. And you're running through a lot of scenarios here. The thing you don't really get, it looks like the face thing happened after. So that would have been post death.
Post mortem.
Postmortem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, yeah,
It's
I don't
almost
think
like
Chell.
it's
Yeah,
trying to
Chell doesn't.
disguise his face. Sorry.
So Chell doesn't understand enough about people to understand why that might have happened.
Oh,
But
100% he does not. No
yeah,
context.
so you're like the face was crushed after.
Interesting.
Katha, I think there's something what's distracting you in the moment. So you're getting like the most basic information. You know what you're looking at. You know like what you're supposed to be looking for. Like what is distracting you? Is it just Chell?
Probably.
Okay, yeah. Chell
Chill
starts
isn't
talking and you get
distracting me.
distracted. Yeah. Uh,
Chill is very distracting to Katha.
Alexandra starts. So Chell is lecturing and telling everyone like what's going on. Leoxandra is like going through and like bringing tools out and like moving things, and he focuses a lot on the legs. So Chell, you don't know what's up with that. You actually kind of just ignore how weird the legs are. But Leox, actually, Katha, so you're not getting anything medical out of this. Go ahead and roll me a religion check.
Well, it would succeed on most things.
Yeah, no, I think there is enough here. Your background is enough to put you over whatever hump is here. This is something super rare. Um, there. So you earlier in your guys' adventures, you were confronted by those opposing undead cults trying to curse this baby, and you
Oh
were
yeah.
informed by that other priest. Yeah, no, the Chell doesn't know about this. Yeah, those undead priests were trying to make undead baby Messiah.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Earlier.
what you got to do sometimes.
They were really concerned about what was happening in the world, and they pictured super zombie Jesus was correct. Um, and like
That's how I
you were
picture my Lord
told,
and Savior.
yeah. I mean, he did die and then get back up. That's only one that's only semantics at this point. Um, so you guys saved the baby, and upon returning it to the
And the
mother,
mother.
and yeah, you
She
saved the
was still
mother.
pregnant.
I did forget about that. So no, the baby
They
was
were,
delivered.
yeah.
The baby was delivered by the priest, and he told you that the thing they were trying to do did still leave a mark on
Yes.
the baby. Otherwise, they were going to be maybe strange, maybe touched in some way, but the would live. They seemed to be physically healthy. He had some like spiritual concerns, and this looks like a version of that, but instead of having any sort of undeath influence, this appears to be a demonic influence. Like Ian Tull seems to have been born under a circumstance where he would have had some amount of demonic influence in himself. And looking at it and thinking about the way he described Bart, you think that might have been a commonality between them. Like it just sort of like
Ah,
is it sort of just like
okay.
clicks in your head that like these guys grew up sort of troubled, and while they didn't get along, they always came back to each other, and this would have been a very
Oh.
strong connection for them. Like
Mm.
maybe they're related, maybe they're not, but otherwise, who else is there that has
Is
this sort
this out of
of
character? Is this a way to explain tieflings?
Yes.
yeah. uh so
I don't
yeah,
know how Tiven would feel about that because the dwarves
Tiven,
are the
you
most.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the dwarves are
So
the most
he.
in combat with them.
Do you
you
share this
also
with? Because I'm also trained in religion, but I was so compressed in the investigation that I wouldn't have put two and two together. Does Kathis share this knowledge, or is this? Because I
Oh
think Tiven's
no, she
making the.
would probably share it because she doesn't know enough about dwarves to keep her mouth shut.
Yeah, he's
So she's
making
like,
the
"Oh,"
same
she's
evil
like,
eye spit again.
yeah.
she's like,
Twice in one day? What the hell? Am I back in Texanos? What the? What is
the
going on?
the humans the humans in the room with you, sort of just watching the examination, you tell them that they may it's a different sign, but you're like, oh, this guy had demon blood, and they both are sort of just like, well, that explains a lot about old Ian, and they like make a protective symbol against themselves as well, and they take a step back farther.
There's a delay where Shell watches the humans do that and then does the same thing to blend.
"Okay."
Yeah.
Keith is. I want to try and perceive that. Just see if Keitha notices.
Okay. I mean, you notice pretty much everything in the room.
Okay. Kathan looks at Chell and is like, "You don't need to fear demons." Well, okay. Maybe you do, but not those humans that are touched by them. Be cautious of them, but they're mostly harmless.
So, Kathog gives the rundown of like sort of like it feels like oh, what do you call that? Like the realization is so clear that you're like, oh, this guy was struggling with sort of like his own sort of
Humanity.
his demons are him, and like whatever influence they have on him, he was really trying to get him and his friend out of that sort of mentality and that like loop of like succumbing to your
The self-destructiveness.
self-destructive sort of nature that might have come from this. Kathog gives that. Chell goes over like exactly how wounds like these would have gone, and Leoxandra confirms everything Chell said. Doesn't really understand anything about religion himself, but says that like he's like looking under his fingernails. He's like going over and looking at the clothes, and he says like uh, it does look like there was whatever kind of fight he was in seems pretty one-sided. His hands do have a lot of dirt and a lot of blood under them. Where was he found? He looks over at the administrator and he says, he was found up, sort of in the lot behind the College of Ingenuity, where there's like sort of a copse of trees there. Uh, Sort of just the two halves are sort of like far apart from each other. That's it. He's got like the report in his hands from the people who found him. He says sort of separated, long ways. We tried not to cause any sort of stir about it. We haven't told a lot of people, though. I'm sure it'll be in some sort of paper, some sort of print tomorrow. He says this feels like he was surprised, like the
Like he was,
fighting.
yeah.
Yeah, like the self defense seems really low, like he was trying to escape rather than fight back, potentially. Um, Otherwise, Chell, I think you've got it down. Um, on it doesn't feel like two people did this, though. It feels like someone with you said it's a two-handed sword and a one-handed sword. Could somebody switch swords that fast? Could the cut have come from himself? Did we see him with a sword?
I mean, at this point, Keitha probably literally pulls her sword out and says, "Bastard sword," holding it one-handed, and then moves it to two-handed.
Well, it's also faster to rearm than to pick up a weapon.
Or what if they have multiple arms? We
That's
have
true.
somebody. We know of somebody who can. No,
Add
that's not
arms.
true.
But
Yeah,
again,
but they have
Keitha
to
is
have a
still kind
core.
of
Yeah,
like the sword, bastard sword,
yeah.
can be used one-handed or two-handed.
Yeah, but it
Chell,
doesn't make it a smaller blade. Which is why we think it was a smaller sword, because the wound came from a smaller blade.
yeah, Chell, go ahead and roll. Give me athletics, but we'll use your intelligence rather than your strength. So athletics, but minus
I
2.
rolled
That's
bad.
acrobatics, athletics.
Oh,
Aha.
I rolled
No.
medium.
Uh, So you're looking at the angle, and like, yeah, they've got a point. That is a large sword. It could have been that. So yeah, so Leoxandra is having a hard time cohesing a couple of like the angles he's looking at, and he basically ends with like, you would have had to have been monumentally strong to do this, as well. Like the whatever in the shoulder was the smaller sword, and it didn't go all the way through, but to go through the whole waist, that's almost the same time would have been
I've
just so much force. And he sort of leans over to Tivin and says, like, it might have been maybe a giant
I was
could have done it.
just gonna say that I've only seen this happen once in my lifetime, and it was a large axe or halberd glaive, something like that, some bladed sword or polearm that literally split a dwarf in half from shoulder to ass. So yeah, that's the only thing. The height, the strength, but that would mean that there's a giant non-baby
Uh,
within the city.
I
So
mean, it's possible. Maybe we should go check out the College of Ingenuity where they found the body.
yeah, the gentleman said something about the copse of trees behind the college.
Yeah.
Do I have any familiarity with that region? Like, do people eat lunch there, like in the quad or whatever?
Yeah, so most people eat like
If
the
we're
all of the meeting areas are like sort of in the front, and there's like a field, sort of like not really a sports field, but like sort of a general use
yeah,
area outside of the back, and beyond that, like smaller than a football field or smaller than a soccer field, but like a big area where they would do like larger sort of demonstrations, experiments, go study in the trees if your teacher is trying to be cool and like. But there are trees beyond that, so it would have been um, like 30 yards away from like the back sort of area.
yeah.
Um, so you're familiar with the back of it, but I'm not sure if Tivin would have
No,
willingly gone out and just like
well, I was just
explored this
wondering
sort
if
of like.
if there was a known area where like people go to make out or you know what I mean,
Oh
like
yeah, go ahead and make society check.
okay. Nah. Nobody
Tivin,
makes
I
out.
don't think.
Nobody wants to make out with
Yeah,
Tivin.
no, yeah,
Except for
Tivin.
Huh.
elves.
Tivin, you're a little bit of a. Tivin really came into himself as like a late bloomer.
He's still blooming. Shut up.
He's still mid bloom. Tivin, a little bit of a square in school. Um,
Hey, if I was meant to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, the All Mother would give me one.
yeah,
Just go back to
keep
the
going.
St. Caprice, because they certainly seem to want you
Ugh.
there.
Yeah.
So many elves, just so shirtless.
So many elves, so little shirts.
Does anyone want to ask any specific questions here, or posit anything else here?
Shell will just ask the question, who was Tivin? Because Shell does not know the character's backstory. I've
Would you
picked
say
up
who
from
wants
gleaning,
Tivin?
but I imagine we can, off-screen recap, but you know,
What was the question again?
who was Tivin? Shell has no clue who this guy is.
Oh
Anthony
no,
is Tivin.
I'm Tivin. This is Ian.
Well,
Ian, yeah,
yeah, Ian, the dead guy.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm Tivin. I don't know who I am. What is it? No. Yeah, no. We will explain it.
No,
He
I just
basically
meant like off camera.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when he's referenced, I will be able to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, on your way to the College of Ingenuity, you guys fill in Chell about like the circumstances of why you even care who Ian is. Um, was Komarov doing anything crazy? I know you have a baby roughly your size, but you can get up to some antics. I don't know.
Mostly, I wasn't sure, but I was like, I know that Bolshoi is hungry almost all the time. I don't know that he wouldn't eat the dead people. So I'm mostly
That's
just
probably
doing my
kept him
best.
upstairs.
I'm doing my
Oh,
best
you're
to distract him.
Yeah.
Bolshoi has taken to like kind of like the way he can bully Alexandra. He finds it really stimulating to try and like it in a very orcish way. He's just trying to punch you, but like his form is bad, but he's like already strong. Like this is a
Mm-hmm.
baby with the strength of 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like really strong for a baby. Um, but like just trying to slap you in the face as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just screaming, deep voice.
Mm-hmm.
um,
I'm
but
like
like
laughing
joyful
along.
screaming. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
joyful screaming. You guys you try to misdirect him into like playing like a little slap game. Um, so you keep Bolshoi away from the corpses. He does seem to want to
Hopefully.
go down the stairs, but you don't know if that means hunger or just curiosity. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Or both.
yeah, yeah,
He's a
or
baby.
yeah, you're curious about hunger. You guys head out to the College of Ingenuity to the clumps of trees. There is sort of like a marking, like where they're like, "Hey, don't come back here."
The chalk outlined in in the trees.
Yeah, there's sort of like a rope that is like
Yeah.
dyed up brighter yellow. It's not like tape, but it's like just sort of a rope, and there's like
It's a
one
rope that has
dude.
alarm casted on it.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Entirely possible.
Yeah.
yeah. You guys walk up to the rope, and then like
Boop,
up,
boop.
like a little wiener guy runs up. He's like
I'm
definitely
sorry,
only
what?
2 weeks in. Yeah, like a little guy who looks like a wiener, just like a big old wiener. Runs up and he's like, "You guys can't come back. You can't cross the
Actually,
rope. Actually, you can't come over the rope. You're not allowed back here. This is we're investigating something serious. Not too serious. Don't panic about it. But you're not
that's,
allowed back here. We're looking into something.
that's fine.
Look,
Okay, I'm
just
gonna
looking
ask
at
him a bunch of technical questions. Like, did you map any footprints? Have you plastered anything? Have you dusted
make
for?
make an intimidation check, and I'm gonna lower the DC a lot.
Ugh, okay. Oof. I don't have a hero point.
Yeah, he's like he's like I'm
He's like,
sure
you're not
my
even
command
human. Oh
officer.
shit.
You're you stupid dwarf.
Oh, bro.
this
Oh
guy's
man.
this guy's really racist all of a sudden.
Ow.
No, this guy's not racist. This guy's not racist. Um,
Oof.
yeah, he
I
sort
don't
of
know.
passes.
There's some microaggressions in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you
He
did call him a
passes.
little wiener guy, so
Yeah, no. This guy's definitely like a lackey.
yeah.
And Tibbin, you recognize this guy? This guy's absolutely career lackey.
No,
Just,
that's fine. That's fine.
yeah. So he passes. You fail to intimidate him. He passes the buck off onto like the actual inspector. He's like, I don't need to do all that. Somebody else does it. I'm just watching the rope. Uh, wagging
That,
his
that
finger.
that's fair. And then I will appease him. I'll be like, you know what? You're doing a good job, kid. You're doing good.
Thanks, sir. Now, uh,
Shell will turn to him after he says he's doing good, and then he'll say, "But he's really not."
No, he's doing it.
thanks,
He's
But
got
he'll
to do
say
Shell.
it.
it like
Hey, hey,
he's
hey,
trying to whisper,
Shell,
but it's a
Shell.
little too
I
loud,
know.
like he's trying to be
Listen,
discreet.
he's doing his job. He's not doing a good job, but he's doing a job. Just
Like Shell will nod now, like
yeah.
okay.
All right, I gotta go, gentlemen.
Who
Yeah.
are you? Yeah. This.
All right.
So this. It's
Yeah.
after 9. This is a good place to
This is.
stop.
Yeah.
You'll investigate the grisly crime scene of the death of Ian Toll next time we play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that. Investigate the crime scene.
Yeah,
There
put that
we go.
note down so we know, so we remember better.
It's in roll 20. Don't remove the chat.
I'm gonna clear the chat.
No.
I listen to the VODs before we come back in. I try to be responsible about it. All right.
All right, are we good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Justin just randomly cut off there. That's why I'm asking. Are we good?
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'm here. We're good.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. We hope you're enjoying the storyline with Majia, and we will talk to you tomorrow. We have not AD&D. We have D&D tomorrow. Continuing Curse of the Azure Bonds. And also, I will be back to the Throne of Ball, Baldur's Gate 2. Have a great night, everyone.
night.
Bye.
Bye bye.